Look at that. Right back at it with another Look Back at It podcast.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us. Right?
That's right.
Yeah, right.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Hey.
We have a full house tonight. Okay. Before we get into the shenanigans, right? Let's introduce ourselves.
Hey.
My name is Lugo, aka Loogie Baby.
Hey.
And my good friend.
Mars Gemini, you already know. Estamos aquí. Yeah, and we here with some dope guests right now, you know what I'm saying? Amazing new performers and all that good stuff. You know what it is. What's it, introduce yourself.
I'm not prepared for my accolades. Let's see. My most recent accolade, FBI's Most Wanted. Yes, I'm glad I didn't get cut because, that happens in our world.
Yes.
And yes, I'm Carmen Mendoza. And Mars Gemini, that means you have a birthday coming up soon.
That's right.
Very exciting. Me, myself, I'm a Cancer. So let that inform the rest of this evening. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
A round of applause for Carmen. Thank you for being in the house. And our wonderful next guest.
Hi, I'm Kristin Gonzalez. Thank you. I am an actress, I'm a writer, and I'm a comedian, and I'm a dancer, and I'm a singer. I'm all the sorts of things. Most recently, I had a show at Union Hall this past Saturday where I unleashed my debut rap single, UPE, Unreal Pussy Energy.
Oh, and a rapper. I didn't even know. What a wonderful surprise. Do you want to like give us like a snippet of the rap song or anything like that?
All right.
Okay.
I can give a bar.
Yeah, give a bar, like a bar 2, 16. Let's hear it.
I got that unreal pussy energy. I got that unreal pussy energy. When you see me open my legs, you know I ain't going to play. I got that unreal pussy energy.
Yeah.
When you say unreal pussy energy, like what do you exactly mean by unreal pussy energy?
Well, it just comes from the old adage. I saw that in our gender construct, men had the big dick energy. Mm-hmm. So this was really for my ladies. You know what I'm talking about. And if you already know, you know. So.
Well, I hope I know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Oh, knowing is half the battle.
Yes, it is.
Cool. That was a great intro. Look, at the Look Back at It podcast, we love to look back at any history moment, topic, any crazy things. But today we'll be yapping. Right, we're getting to know each other, right?
You forgot about me. I'm still here.
Oh, my
goodness.
You gotta look back at. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't look back at him.
You had to kind of look back at me. Hi, you guys. My name is Frsk Purple. I'm just sitting back here, playing with the soundboards, kind of chill. I'm a little bit hot today, so that's why I'm playing in the background. And you stop it, guys. You're too kind. Please. Stop. Sit down.
Controlling the sound. Listen, my apologies.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna be back here hanging out or whatever and chiming in and making some jokes with you guys. All right.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. You guys can get back to it.
Okay, so I can get back into the whole spiel of it. Okay, so the Look Back at It podcast. You already know the rundown. We hit different subjects, but today is special.
What?
Today is different.
Tell me why.
Today is something that's going to hit your soul. We all grew up.
Yeah.
We all was once a child. Even not a child. But I want to talk about...
What are you talking about?
Some of us are still children.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so
Look at this shirt.
Yeah.
I know. Look at these pants.
Come on now.
I was cloned.
Let's get comfortable.
So we all discussed and we all agreed we're going to talk about the biggest toy crazy in your life, or if you ever heard of, or if you ever witnessed, what was that toy that toy was crazy.
That Black Friday, like there's wars outside the toy store type craze.
That Jingle All the Way.
Oh,
I feel like we're all gonna say the same thing.
That Turbo Man.
Should we all say it on the count of 3?
No, I guarantee you guys are not going to have mine.
Oh, okay. Maybe some of us will. Do you mind? Can we do that? Will you indulge me in this? And then can we take it from there? Because I think a lot of us are going to say the same thing.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We can try.
Okay, hold on. You know what? You're so excited.
Yeah.
No. You know what? Forget about it
no.
because now no one's going to say my thing. You have me self-conscious. I was so certain.
He thought so too. Like earlier, he was asking me, and I'm like, guys, I'm really.
We didn't talk about it beforehand?
No, nobody knows.
I mean, I have my list. I kept it in a category. Should I say the category?
Well, yeah, you really thought this out.
Sheesh.
This motherfucker sent me homework, and I take my assignments seriously. I was like, all right, fine.
Yes.
This is what we're going to talk about. Let me think about it.
Cool. But right now, hold on. Before you unleash it, right? That word was.
I take it back.
Earlier.
I think because she's so excited, she should let us know her first pick.
Yeah, go Carmen.
Go.
Okay, here it goes. The category is plush. The color is red.
Roll.
And the sound is Tickle Me Elmo.
Hey, Elmo.
Hey.
Nobody. I was a little old for him, but I still wanted it, and it brought me to tears.
Okay, hold on.
Wow.
So I want you to explain, walk these two, because they don't. I appreciate the Tickle Me Elmo.
No.
I understand the Tickle Me Elmo, but explain to them the craze, how it went down.
I mess with Sesame Street though. I'm heavy into Sesame Street.
I mean, Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Why did it have to go to HBO? But I don't like. I didn't do enough research. I'm curious as to how old I was. I do know that I felt a little old. Like I was on the older side. I was maybe 9, maybe 10.
Yeah.
I felt a little too old for it. And I think I just liked muñequitos, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's so sweet because I have a nephew now and my nephew is 8 and he's the type that loves plush toys and he likes his little bears and every kid has their thing that they liked. I don't think I necessarily liked bears, but I like muñecas and muñequitos because there was other teddy bears and other things that I liked. And then the fact that it shook, I just remember that my godfather was like, oh, we had the opportunity to get these Tickle Me Elmos and we thought we would get one for Carmen. We're like, she's too old. And I was like, I wanted a Tickle Me Elmo. And I remember crying over it. And I eventually got one, but I was upset that somebody had the opportunity to get me one and they didn't get me one because they were impossible to get. Yeah. And then it became this huge ass thing. Right? Because it was they were impossible to find. Yeah. Which is fucked up because Sesame Street was created to be something accessible to people who didn't have resources as abundant as some others. And then Tickle Me Elmo became this very exclusive thing that you had paid double, triple on the, I bet you it was one of those first things that came out on eBay that people bought and early in the early days,
the older days.
My aunt and my cousin, they used to hustle the toys and stuff. So anytime toys came through, they would have 20 of them, you know what I'm saying? They had the Tickle Me Elmo. I remember their room, they had Tickle Me Elmos everywhere and
my godfather probably was talking to your on the side because the way that he was talking about getting those Tickle Me Elmos didn't sound legit, it was probably with your aunt or something.
They was moving drugs or something like that. But let me tell you something about the
Beanie Babies talking about drugs, man.
Keep that in the pocket right now. Sorry. I had a Tickle Me Elmo story. So Tickle Me Elmo, they dropped in the 90s. I don't know. maybe 96, maybe 98, 99.
Yeah, something
maybe
like
somewhere in the
that.
late 90s. I was working at FAO Schwartz. My first job.
What?
I used to run amok around there.
Yo, I remember
Tom
watching
Hanks.
Big, and I was like, "Yo, I wanna see this toy store." Like, you know what
I
I'm
used to
saying?
go
It was,
all the
like, crazy.
time.
I remember also wanting to be like, I need to see what this is all about.
Yeah, my
With the giant piano.
Yeah.
Yes,
I went
yes.
there. I used to run amok in there. You know, I'll run the fuck out of amok. Okay, if you run amok, I'll run it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I bought so much Tickle Me Elmos. Yeah, I was
To
a
flip
stock
them?
guy.
To
Yeah,
flip
Oh,
them?
you did those?
yeah, I did the hustle. Yeah, I
You
probably worked with
see?
your uncle. I probably told it to him.
Yeah.
That makes this is all aligning because I was like, I remember hearing the story about how my godfather could have gotten me the Tickle Me Elmo, and because my parents were looking for one for me, and then he didn't get me one, and I just remember being like, because they were like, she's too old anyways, and I was like, no, I'm not. You know, I really wanted it.
Yeah, I remember I bought the Tickle Me Elmo. I had one. I gave one to my girlfriend in the 90s. You know, it was like
Yeah, yeah,
being cute,
yeah.
You know, I mean, she ended up being my.
Everyone
gave her-
wanted one.
I gave her one. Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
She ended up becoming my baby mama. I hate her now, and I hate Tickle Me Elmo. So that's not my choice.
Let me give you guys some facts.
Some of my cousin was was connected with you, and then maybe
He sold it to her family.
Yeah, to her family. And
Yeah,
then,
you never know.
Maybe you went to Chi-Town and
Yeah, sold it.
busted that, and we knew each other. We were connected before this.
Yes.
Let me
Those
give
are
you guys some facts about this Tickle Me Elmo, though. So, Tickle Me Elmo was released in 1996.
Hold on. Can I get a round of applause for knowing this?
You want a round of applause?
No.
Let's get
You
this.
said 3-year margin, so I wouldn't exactly give you the clap. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I think you've been vetoed. You've been vetoed out of class.
96 first. I said 96. 99.
So
Or
it was-
97, 98.
Yeah. So it came out in
Yes.
1996. Initially, only 400,000 pieces were made, but at the end of 1996, 1 million were sold.
Yeah.
And because of niggas like you, and because of your uncle, on the black market at the time, they were selling for $1,000 a
Wow.
They were $28.99 in stores. So you know what I mean. So the lengths that your uncle would have to love you to get you that black
My godfather?
market, your godfather to get it for you off the black market.
Julio, I know you would have gotten it for me had you known I wanted it. But, you know, I think that makes perfect sense because I did get mine like from the store, I remember.
Okay.
And it was probably on the late ass end. You know what I'm saying?
you
After
probably had,
everybody got theirs, I
You
got
probably had
mine.
like the bootleg Tickle Me Elmo because those like fake ones.
No,
like the-
I got it from the store. Like I remember finally getting it.
Where?
Like
From what store?
it had to have been Toys R Us.
Oh, KB Toys. Remember KB?
Oh, I remember KB
I
Toy Store.
remember KB Toys.
They used to have one in Bushwick on Myrtle Avenue. I used to go all the time.
And Steel. We used to always go to like toy stores and Steel, but that's a whole nother podcast.
Do those even exist anymore?
No, they're
no.
all banished. We were just talking. I was just talking the other day
devastating.
how Toys R Us, the Ferris wheel's gone out of Times Square.
Yeah.
So sad.
That's hilarious because true story. Y'all probably not gonna believe me. I worked at that toy store.
Oh my God.
You was working at toy stores.
Yeah, so you
went
get
to
hired a
toy store
lot,
to
get
store?
fired a lot, but that's a whole nother podcast, that's a whole nother
He's a
thing.
toy store enthusiast.
Let's stick to the
My
toy.
people's worked at Toys R Us, but like in Albee Square Mall.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the Ferris wheel.
Oh shit, bro.
Oh, you worked.
Okay.
You worked the Ferris wheel at
I
Toys.
was one of the first people to ride that Ferris wheel in Times
Wow.
Okay.
Square. I was a seasonal employee slacking off, okay? But enough about me.
That's the cool guy guitar riff right there.
Thank
That's
you, Fred.
just for you, bud.
Thank you. Listen, since the guests, went first, I think it's only right that, Mars, you're next up.
What?
I need you to spew or unleash, because since that's the word of the day, unleash us that toy craze that affected you.
Well, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm old as fuck, so, my shit is going to be
Ancient aliens.
My joint was supposed to be plush. Like, it looked plush. But when you grab it, was just like a whole contraption. You know what I'm saying? And my joint is Teddy Ruxpin. Teddy Ruxpin, yo.
Teddy
That's a
Ruxpin.
throwback.
I
You know
gotta
what I'm
Google
saying?
this.
I don't know.
And I only got that like I only got that secondhand because I was still, you know what I mean? Like I was like 4, some joint like that.
So it was like
4 or 5.
1978.
Like 86, 87.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I think we had one of those in my house too.
Teddy. So explain to me, Teddy. You got a Teddy Ruxpin?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Is that the Care Bears?
Ruxpin.
Ruxpin,
No,
yeah.
Like a
I think
Jewish-
it's a predecessor.
I don't know. It was just a weird.
Son
It was
primos.
spelled weirdly, but like
Teddy
you know what I mean?
Ruxpin.
Ruxpin, I guess. Yeah.
Russ.
Ruxpin.
Yeah.
And his Wikipedia page describes him as such physically. You're gonna recognize that.
I'll do
I didn't know it by name, but I know it by
around these
Yeah,
parts.
Chris does fact checks.
Look back at it. Look back
I
at
had to know. It informs our decisions. So if you want to pass along the images to us, no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I'm
That
sorry.
was good. No, you good.
It's just that Mars is gonna be picking these old ass toys and shit.
Yeah.
And
Nobody
he's about
know
to.
about.
I'm
But I
surprised you didn't say a
recognize
fucking.
it.
Me too, vaguely.
I recognize it, but not by name.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I had one in my house too.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I
you
just
remember
got
that?
a stick and a blue ball, and that's
You know
it, bro.
what I'm
We
saying?
playing stick ball, and that's it. Handball.
So what's
A
this?
blue handball.
What was crazy about this Teddy
Yo,
Ruxpin?
Like he would move. It was like animatronic. Like he would move his eyes and his mouth, but he would play like he would like you could have like a storybook, and there was a cassette, and you throw the cassette like in the back in his back, I think, or was it in his chest? One of them Johns. But you throw it in there and you play it.
Did you actually have this toy?
Yeah. But I don't remember if it was in the front or in the
Did
back.
they let you play with it?
Huh?
Did they let you play with it?
Yeah, with the toy.
Okay, all right. Go
But
ahead.
I mean,
So
it
you
was
put
just
tape
telling
deck?
stories, though. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, he would just sit there because he was kind of heavier than he would look. Like, you know what I'm saying? He looked like he
Because
was like
a full-on cassette player.
exactly.
Yeah, you got a boombox.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Could you play any cassettes?
Yo, I used to play like that's the whole point. Like I used to take my
So you was like
my
a cassette
uncle's-
player.
I would take my uncle's like raps, like he had rap tapes, so I would like play like Run DMC and Rakim and all that things like off the Teddy Ruxpin.
And, like he would move his mouth.
But
like
he wouldn't
rapping?
move. No, he wouldn't move the mouth with the raps. Like I was mad disappointed because I thought he was going to rap for me. Like you know what I mean?
He would only
But
move to
never
his
do.
songs.
Yeah, to his his songs and his
But
storybook
it's
stuff.
a cassette player.
That nigga was a hater.
And a bear.
Yeah.
And he was a hater. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Oh, and my cousin, I remember she had like a gem. That was a whole other cartoon thing, but like a Rolls Royce, and it had a cassette player in the back. So you would throw so it would be like, yo, you would be like battling each other. She would have like the Rolls Royce and playing her music, and then it'd be like, yo, me next, bang. And
Which
it was
one's
just like,
louder?
Oh wow!
I want to know. I feel
Now
like what do you
thinking
guys
about
think?
it.
I feel like the car's louder.
That was my first instinct.
The car is a little louder because, like, you know, Teddy Ruxpin has like the whole
Suit.
and his whole.
I see the
He's
sweater.
plushy,
You would take off
yeah.
lift up the sweater to put the cassette in. No?
Yeah.
I feel like someone
I
had this in my
definitely
life.
saw
that.
My
Yeah,
sister's
yeah,
your
yeah,
age.
yeah,
I feel like I
Cars.
probably inherited that toy at some
that's
point,
what I'm saying,
briefly.
like,
You know,
because that's what it was for me. Like I got it passed down, so I didn't have like all the stories and everything. My cassettes was kind of bootleg, you know what I mean? It was all messed up. I would have to like do the pencil thing to it, so it was just.
So, but they bought you the Teddy, right? Like
No, they
bought you-
didn't buy it for me. I remember getting it afterward, like from someone, like my older cousins or something. And
Damn,
I
another
got it.
secondhand
Like,
toy craze story. I feel so bad for these like normies. Like, guys did not get it when it was the craze. Who, us? Yeah, it's like you broke. It's like the second time. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
so
actually,
hand you-
I was hoping.
so what? You have a brand spanking new toy?
That's
Is that what you're telling me?
I actually,
You were privileged enough to receive a toy on trend.
I got it all to be like once you hear mine. But we're finishing yours. I'm not gonna.
I feel like that was a smooth
give you that?
transition.
Yeah, I think that was
Teddy
a
Ruxpin?
smooth. You was supposed to drop that.
Yeah, look, see, I know the order of things. He's supposed to do the
So
next.
Teddy Ruxpin was released in 1985.
Wow.
It was $70 at that time.
Oh shit.
That's expensive.
That's crazy. That was like $300
It's
back then.
$190.
A
if you
$70
adjust it
toy
for
right now,
inflation.
that's expensive.
But if you're trying to pick one up now, it's $1,000.
Oh shit. She's like, yo.
I'm gonna look back at how much a Tickle Me Elmo would be today, and we'll get to that a little bit later.
Can you Google how much a Justin Timberlake marionette Barbie doll is, because I do have that one in storage as
All
well.
right.
Make some money here.
Word. We about to.
Man, you do a job.
If we're doing Google
This is about to be
searches.
the Macari podcast, wherever they sell
Posh Mark
it.
episode. Okay, the Craigslist.
Sponsored by, listen, you gotta think ahead, okay? Because you never know. eBay,
And Poshmark.
That's
Poshmark?
real. That's real.
Teddy Rupkins, what's his buddy bear's name?
Yeah. But you see, like Teddy Ruxpin, I didn't get until like 88, 89, some shit like that.
Late.
Yeah. My
okay.
joint was
And
like,
by the
like I
time
said,
I would have had it, it was like,
Yeah.
I was like 4 or 5. I still remember it.
Yeah.
So I had it like 15 years later.
Yeah.
It was a cassette player. You're not
Yeah,
going to throw out a
yeah.
cassette player.
It's a radio. You just have a radio, basically.
radio.
They gave you like in 1996, like they gave you like the Teddy Ruxpin.
No, probably like around like 93 or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know,
a
like,
9-year-old used cassette player they gave you.
why wouldn't you keep that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just.
Listen,
Dive
I
in.
am about sustainability, and Latinos and immigrants have always been. Do not talk to me about sustainability. Of course, if we kept the Betty cracker, whatever.
The Cantons, the
If
tins,
we
saltines.
keep the Tupperware,
My grandma, we would always use
if we
the
keep the
green ones.
Tupperwares, we're gonna keep the teddy bears.
Yeah.
Okay?
Absolutely.
If
Yeah.
we're
Especially
being
if
honest
it plays
here,
music.
right?
Hell yeah.
A teddy bear with cloth around it is gonna sound like the MTA announcement guy.
Muff.
Once upon a time, there was always.
Oh, no, because
That's extra subwoofer.
there was a good. His speakers was on point, yo. Like, it was rocking. Yeah.
Diction was on point.
It was on point, bro. Like,
Do
you
you
know,
any of y'all remember the story you used to tell? Like, no?
it was even a cartoon. He
It
had a
was?
cartoon. Yeah. He had a movie, even, I think.
He had a movie?
Yeah,
It was a
I think so.
Craze.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't
It was
know
one of those
that.
back in the day joints, but like,
Movie?
but I was already
Teddy?
like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Fact
Teddy
check, guys.
Ruxpin.
Fact
Teddy
check.
Ruxpin. Check it
How
out.
you gonna fact check that?
Yeah,
You're
we are.
being
If
so
there was a
funny.
show.
Movie, maybe I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Seems
Anywho.
like hyping them up.
Box
But the thing
office.
is that, like, before he pulled up the Teddy Ruxpin,
Ruxpin.
Okay,
I don't know who made that name out.
Ruxpin.
Like, what does that name even mean, bro?
It's
like, that's-
lovely.
Yeah, it is. It's dope. Like, fuck it.
I think it's
It was
Jewish.
probably a British person, honestly. Teddy Ruxpin.
All right.
And it sounds very
It does
80s.
sound very British. You're right.
So Teddy
British and
Ruxpin
80s.
had a live action
Yeah.
special that was a 45-minute movie
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
that served as the plot to the then TV show by the same name.
What?
That was
Yo.
An icon.
Only lasted
80s
for a year
icon.
though, so
An icon.
I gotta say, I gotta use that term loosely.
Now,
Yeah. Well, Tickle Me Elmo never got his own show. Elmo never got his own show.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah.
you dummy.
Yes.
There was a show before
There was,
there was a
there was a
toy.
whole segment within Sesame Street that was, what is it called? Like something, and then when we
He
went,
still has his own show.
Yeah.
He
Even
he
in
keeps
Sesame.
on getting new shows.
Elmo
Yeah.
has a IMDb
Yikes.
page, bro. Like, come on, like, let's
don't play Elmo. Come
Well,
on.
I'm talking about in the 90s. Elmo ain't had
No.
show in the 90s.
He was in a show. It was the Sesame Street.
Yeah. La 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 la.
I want to know. I want to know my
Elmo's
friends.
World.
How about you? Did your toy have a TV show? Is there a
Mine?
common thread
Okay.
here?
My toy, my toy is a whole a dynasty, a legacy.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all ready for this? My toy craze was the Spice Girls Barbies. They were impossible to collect, all 5. Yes.
And you get the cool guy guitar for that one.
Monopoly board of Barbies, bro.
It really was. So it came to the point where, like, for Christmas, I only got like 3 out of 5. And then on my birthday, I got the other 2. But by then, Spice World came out. So then my parents had to keep re-upping me, getting me more Barbies to keep up with the collections. And then also Charlie's Angels came out at the same time. So it was like a whole Barbie thing going on when I was in 4th and 5th grade. And I was all about these Barbies. And the whole thing was, I had this whole idea like, oh, I can't open them because it's going to be worth so much money. So imagine me, a little kid, I would collect these Barbies and just keep them on my dresser and look at them every day.
I never. Wow. To me, the fact that you thought about that as a child, that you were aware, the thing, I that didn't. That's so funny. Good for you. Look at you, entrepreneur at
That's
that
dope.
age. I'm the type of person who like wants to save their things, and I'm trying to not be that person anymore because you only live one life and you got to use the good stuff, you know? But like I did treat my toys with dignity. Like my JTT doll marionette is still intact, but I definitely took them out to play with.
You can once you take it out the box, you can't. It's
That's
worth
wild.
nothing.
That
It's nothing.
concept didn't occur to
can't-
me.
no,
Wow.
no, you
I
can't
have
touch it.
So many questions. Okay, one. Okay, you said the 3 members, the 2 members. Who are the members of the Spice Girls?
Okay.
Ice Spice.
Can you? Wait, can you guess?
Yeah, do you know them?
We'll fill it in, but
Okay.
make an earnest guess, and then we'll fill them in.
Okay, so we know Posh Spice, which I've been to the supermarket numerous times. I've never seen a spice of Posh, but whatever you was into.
Copy.
Yeah.
Posh. There was the Scary Spice.
Yes,
Scary
yes.
Spice, yeah, she's
I know
back.
you can do it. I know you can do it.
can do it.
And then I think it'll be fun. The ones you can't figure out, like you'll kind of figure it out.
Okay, so Ice Spice.
That's
No, we know. No,
She's
But
now.
listen,
that's
Ice
a wrap.
Spice is related, kind of, sort of, to one of the other spices.
is?
In a way, no. In a way, by a club that only certain people of a hair color belong to.
Okay,
So I'm
But
helping
he
you out
just
right
said
there.
it. He just said the set. Did you say the second one already?
I said Scary.
Yeah,
we got
no.
Posh and Scary, but you know
Posh.
where
Yeah,
I'm
I know
at.
where
I'm
you
helping.
at.
I'm giving him hints. So
Spice.
Ice
Now I know what you're
Spice,
saying.
no, but you're not far off.
Yeah.
She's related to
Spice.
Old
Think
Spice.
about throw that one away. We'll tackle that at the end.
What they call her head?
What? Spicy Spice? White girl spice? Ginger spice.
You got it. You see.
I
You
got it.
know.
I believe this.
You
Okay,
know.
So Scary, Posh, Ginger, David Beckham spice.
You already said it. That's
That's
Posh.
Posh. Yeah.
Think about how they look.
4 or 5.
I'll give you a hint.
Tito Jackson.
I love that, but no, you were doing a better job.
I don't know. I only remember 3 of them. I remember the blonde head girl. I remember
Who's the blonde?
Yeah,
the
who is the
blonde head girl.
blonde?
Who's the blonde?
Blonde spice, pigtail spice, hair, crybaby, baby spice.
Hey, baby spice.
This turned into a game of charades. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That's what I came here for.
Hold on, I'm
I feel
about
like
to
the
get the
7
5th one,
dwarfs.
right?
Like, it was good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, where were we? Let's recap. You said Posh. You said Scary.
Yeah.
You said Ginger. You said Baby. Falta una. Okay, it's gonna be good. And you're gonna get it.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna get it.
this
Think
one's
about
easy.
who she was. Who's the
Who
one
she
that's
was.
left?
Who's the 5th Spice Girl?
Yeah.
She would be the Spice Girl that gets her own show
Okay,
on ESPN.
She was not like the others.
She wasn't. Different Spice?
I'll give you a hint.
You want
ESPN Spice.
Had a career afterwards with the successful songs like.
We'll
get into that later.
Like a flower leading towards the sun, I turn to you, but you're the only one.
I was thinking of a different one. What was the other one? That's funny. You guys were thinking of that one.
we
That's
are
the
the
one.
same
Love it.
range.
Love it. Adidas. That's all I can think of because of her dress.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Sporty Spice.
He did it. I knew you could do it. Because their marketer was a fucking genius. You can just see him and then guess like, oh yeah, that one's sporty. That one looks like a baby. Look at that ginger. That's a black one. You know what I'm saying? They're like, she's scary. Meghan Markle.
She's scary. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on.
My sister's gonna kill me because that was her thing. Like Spice Girls.
Whose wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Like,
thing.
it was her
But
thing.
you did her. I think you would do her proud.
Yeah,
I
I think they would
pretty
have
good.
I think
definitely
you
been
did.
I
impressed.
know your sister. You let her down. Terribly.
Terribly.
She might disown you.
Wait,
if she
can you
watches
guys
this.
guess the 2 dolls that I didn't get that were so in
definitely.
demand that I didn't get them on Christmas Day that
I would say.
Scary.
I would
white
say
ones.
Baby
yes, Baby was one of them that I could not get
Scary.
Baby.
and Posh.
It was
Scary Spice.
Ginger.
Wow. Ginger was my
Ginger.
second. Was my
What
other
Ginger
guess.
Spice?
It was
The redhead.
the redhead
Yeah, the
and
redhead,
the
Ginger,
baby.
Okay, let me ask you this. Everybody was a Spice Girl, and me, I was always Scary Spice. I fucking love Scary Spice.
Wow.
I was posh.
Wow.
I was scary.
We have some like layered issues here.
I'd be scared.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I'm scared.
No, but this is
Who are
if you
you?
ask any woman, like
Wait,
What
wait.
Spice Girl
hold
they
on.
were?
to this day,
Wait.
which Spice Girl they are. Like my niece is 6 years old and she loves Spice Girls,
Wow.
and she is Ginger Spice.
Oh.
So everybody likes like who would you be if you were a Spice
Yeah,
Girl?
who would you be?
Marianne said Mars
I
Gemini.
I said scary, but you know why? You already took scary, so I'd rather like maybe.
No, nobody takes it. You
No,
are the
you
Spice
like-
Girl.
yeah, it's like a quiz. Like,
No,
which one is-
Marianne knows the rules of the game. He knows the rules of the
There's
game.
5 of us.
No,
You should
there's-
only
Listen,
pick one.
let's do answers, please. Indulge me because he knows the fucking. Yes, pick your own spice, number one. But Marianne knows the rules of the game, and every girl knows this game. That we would play Spice Girls.
Yes.
And you would have to divvy up who was who.
And I used to fight.
And lucky
yeah.
for me, I went to Catholic school, private school, and nobody wanted Scary Spice. And I was like, hell yeah, I want Scary Spice. She's the baddest
She's the
bitch.
baddest,
So I
yeah.
never had to fight for Scary Spice, but bitches had to fight for Baby.
I
they
fought
had
for
to fight.
sporty, and then I was like, you know what? Actually, I would rather wear heels than sneakers. And then I took posh.
So you would get into a clique and everybody would pick someone.
It was a thing.
It was
Yes.
a real thing.
Yeah.
So I would love to know who would you want,
Ginger.
who would you aspire to be, and then Mariel is so smart. He's like, let me pick someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ginger.
see?
I'll go with ginger spice just because, nobody likes the ginger. Usually. I mean, usually. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're a
Yeah,
spice girl.
souls, like they
You
get.
know, but like
I'm a
usually
soul.
in life.
Gingers have no soul.
What?
Well, that's what they say.
They
I don't know.
I mean, that's what they say in the
have
British
zero
world.
effect with anesthesia.
Really?
Nice.
Gingers?
Apparently,
'cause you
like
can't put their
when you
soul
give them
down.
anesthesia, like people say that they need exorbitant amounts of anesthesia, like they won't go under.
Yeah,
It's like
that's beautiful. They can never get kidnapped.
Or
Which would be
roofied.
terrible. Be like, yeah, roofied, all that shit. Be like, no, none of that.
I don't think no one
works.
wants to like kidnap a ginger person, but
I've met some 5 gingers.
Yeah, gingers are great.
I'll definitely be because I'm Loogie Baby Spice. So Loogie Baby Spice. I don't know like
Your baby Spice.
Your baby.
Yeah,
He seems like a
baby.
baby.
I am
love it.
definitely a baby. I am a man baby. I need to get spoiled. I need to get my, Vaseline.
Oh, you're a
rubbed on
baby.
You rubbed on my hiney. Tell me I'm special. Tell me there's no one like me. And I can accomplish my dreams.
I love it. See, everyone has their spice.
See? Thank you. See?
What's
That just
your
leaves
spice?
one
What's your
spice left.
spice?
There's just one spice left. And it's sporty, and that's the one I was going to pick anyway. That's why I got
See, it always works out. It
Because I'm going to tell you
always
guys
works out.
something, right? So, to add on to your collection of Spice Girls doll, I used to collect the Spice Girl stickers from the lollipops.
Yes. What was it? The Chupa Chups?
Yes, with Chupa Chups, the Spice Girls. I had 3 notebooks, inside and outside covers filled with this. So I am one of these Spice Girls in this clique that you're talking about. You feel me?
And that's great. Like
yeah.
Frsk, I love this episode because, this is the episode that Frsk came out. You know what I mean? So it's awesome. Thank you, bro.
That's
Frisky
so.
Spice.
That's
I fuck with Spice Girls too, bro. I
Silly.
love the
You can't,
Doesn't love
you can't
I
not
like
like
the
the Spice
bus.
Girls.
They always had like the red bus kind of like repping.
Oh, now you're talking about
yes,
the movie.
yes, yes, yes. The movie.
They had so much memorabilia. I even got like the Spice Girls microphone, the Spice Girls tattoo kit. Like I had all the Spice Girl shit.
The Spice Girl
Girl,
microphone.
good for
Did it
you.
make you sound British when you talked into it?
It had an echo feature. It did.
I mean,
to do like
the
a.
Brits aren't echoey. They talk like this. The microphones make you sound
Honestly,
like.
can I give like a shout out to Scary Spice, like Melanie B? Like I feel like I am clearly not black, but I grew up around a bunch of white girls, and I felt like, oh my God, there's somebody who like I can identify with, even though I'm not. But like she played such an important role in
Yeah.
my life, So like shout out to her because
Totally.
everybody wanted to have a spice, and I'm so lucky that Scary Spice was mine. Nice.
Message.
Before we go forward, I want to lay conspiracy theory that I had.
Go ahead.
Right, so you know how they're doing like all this world building, galaxy stuff, right? So what I think is that they're trying to reboot the Spice Girls, and Ice Spice is just the first spice in this reboot of the Spice Girls series. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that there'll be another Spice coming up? And which spices do you think would be in this new Spice Girls group?
Cinnamon spice. I like cinnamon spice. I think that's like.
Well, we have it's like we have to parallel like Gen Z world. Like it's like Ice Spice. So like, what is current with the kids?
Sass. I think it'll be a sassy spice.
Sassy Spice.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that herb? Is it sassafras?
So what?
No, that's a Spice Girl from the 1920s. But I was following you. I was deep in thought. It would have to be like Thotty Spice.
Thotty spices.
Or
Ratchet spice.
Ratchet
Spice. Spice.
Yeah.
A bro spice.
There's got to be a woke spice.
A woke spice.
There's got to be a woke spice.
Hype
Right?
spice. What'd you say?
Bad bitch spice.
Bad bitch spice. I said hype beast spice.
Get my body done spice. BBL spice.
BBL spice.
BBL spice.
Definitely a BBL spice.
BBL spice.
Spice. Just spicy
Just a spice.
Spicy spice.
That's
bro.
a Jamaican one, right?
Yeah.
Just spice.
Yeah. I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
So I used to ignore the Spice Girls because my little sister.
All right, to give you guys a little bit of information on the Spice Girls dolls, they were available from 1997 through 1999. There is no known information on their price, apparently, and they are not even looked for on the eBay market, to give you guys
I feel vindicated that I didn't know about Spice Girls, and I knew basically
it's because they're still relevant and they'll probably still have Barbies that they continuously make.
So you didn't play with your toys for no reason because they end up not being.
Yeah.
So that's
Why
a
you
problem.
trying to make her feel bad?
No, I'm just
No, I mean, it just shows. I think it shows that I have discipline and I'm diligent.
Yes.
I think on the flip side of things.
Nah, that's
To me,
amazing.
I saw the entrepreneur. I saw the entrepreneur.
I also collected other dolls too, so I was a little doll freak. I had like the Puerto Rican doll, I had the Mexican doll, I had
You mean American Girls?
no, it was like Barbie. No, Barbie made
don't consider
dolls for
Mexican
every
American.
country. So I used to get gifted Barbie dolls, and then I wouldn't open them. And then I remember like one day when I was like, yeah. So I had like over 25 dolls. I was
My
like a doll
parents
chick.
refused to buy me Barbies. I would just cut off their hair, destroy them. Well, not that they refused, but I think they gave up the. I think maybe. Barbies are beautiful, and when I see them, I want to buy a Barbie for myself. Like now as an adult, or I want to buy them for my niece. But I think at a certain point, I wish I would have collected Barbies too. They're so beautiful, and you're right. They have their special edition, blah blah blah.
These boxes are just so ornate that they come in. You don't even want to open it.
Yeah, my sister had one that was just this big. The whole box behind it, they were very intricate and everything that they had, too. And it was made you could put it,
I feel like you should just buy two. Keep one if you're interested in investing, but things in life are meant to be used and played with. And
I used to do that with comic books. Buy one to keep in the plastic and one to read.
All the time, I still have all my comic books.
Yeah.
That's how I know how to read. Through comic books.
I used to steal one and then just buy the one that's in the plastic, bro. For real.
love it.
That's
Yo,
it.
that
You know?
was
So what about you, Loogie, baby?
Hold on, wait. Okay, cool. There's only one. It affects generations. It's like a tie. So I want to talk about this whole demographic. Nintendo and PlayStation change lives.
yeah.
Change lives right now. The PlayStation, I can't believe spending the first time we spent $300, $400. People was getting robbed for the PlayStation.
You talking PlayStation 1?
PlayStation 1, yeah.
Wow.
When it came out. Y'all don't remember this?
Not because you said my uncle, you know what I'm saying, used to always have the joints, nobody had to go anywhere and do anything. They would always have, I would always be able to get Nintendo with the gold Zelda cartridge, like the old NES joint, and then like all of that, like PlayStation 2 when it dropped, like I would just go check my uncle.
My uncle too. Yeah, I had the PlayStation and everything too because my uncle used to cop them. We're also like from New York, so like we would be able to get anything.
You needed the PlayStation in your house.
You're part of the hustle, bro.
Like, you needed the PlayStation in your house. You didn't have the PlayStation. You didn't affect.
What games did PlayStation have? I don't think I had PlayStation.
Warcraft, Tomb Raider. Used to play that shit all the time.
I think I got as far as Nintendo. I think the last thing I remember playing like in my house was like, I remember still having to be like to like put the Nintendo in for the ducks.
NES system right there. Yeah.
And then I think the latest thing I had was I think Donkey Kong.
No, Donkey Kong is classic.
Yeah, Donkey Kong's great.
Game.
And that was no more the. It was the ones you put like on top.
Yes, that's Super Nintendo, SNES.
Country.
Yes, I had that one
coconuts
too.
and the barrels.
And the barrels throwing them with and you're jumping from each top of the boat.
And then you go on the mine thing, like
And then my mom became addicted to the video games more than me. I remember this. Oh my god! Long story short, that was the last thing I had in my house.
Well, you know what? Like it just shows that the gaming console affected every generation. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, which I'm gonna be honest with you, Super Nintendo is what I lived through. Super Nintendo, when you had Mario Kart, which Mario Kart is still popping to this day.
It really is.
We was cutting school to go play Mario Kart. We was cutting school to go play Donkey Kong. Right?
I can still see him so vividly, like the noises. I feel like I still remember everything from that game.
Yeah, but so yeah, never dived into the video games. I never had a
I did. I had them all. My dad I got one Christmas. My parents, they used to like do little switcheroo shit on me and be like, oh, you open all the presents. And I'd be like, oh, fuck, that's it. I didn't get the Super Nintendo. And then I went to go to my bedroom and my dad's like, oh, why don't you move your fucking pillow? And then it was there. And I was like, wow, that's fucking awesome.
Shout out to your dad. For real, that's first at a young age, but you know what? Fuck that. He was a great dad.
I was in second grade.
Yeah, I got it. He was in second grade. He was like, fuck you. Well, I don't think you want to say that. But regardless of the overall story is that he surprised you.
Yeah,
and he thought about you. So. Like those types
Did
of
he
things.
play?
Yeah, all the time. We would like
Did he buy it for himself?
Yeah, it was literally really for him. Like, but we both played, but definitely Super Mario 3 was my jam when he turned into the little raccoon bear.
Oh yeah,
and he could fly. Which one? No, the one with the tail. The one with the tail that he could fly.
Oh, that's two.
That's right.
Yeah. That's flying. I love that game. Yeah.
Y'all remember this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And it affected us now. Like, you know what? Like, Mars, do you like still play video games?
Nah, cause I get stuck. But like I'll play once in a blue.
What does that mean? You can't be pass
like now, like because I like RPG games and stuff like that. So like let's say like Zelda just came out, and if I play Zelda, then I won't do anything else. Like you know what I mean? Like I will be like stuck on that game, and then I won't sleep or anything. And I just pass it until I pass it. Like
just remembered, I don't play video games anymore, but I voice video games now. I'm trying to find one of my characters. I'm like, who knows who they are? But I work for like Rockstar.
What?
Grand Theft Auto?
You on Grand Theft Auto?
No, it wasn't Grand Theft Auto.
GTL. What is it?
My character's name is like Athena, and then so like I do like now like voices for like for video games. How could I forget? Yikes! But it's the most hilarious because I do voiceover. I do voiceover work, and so. It really began like over the pandemic when you had to like create your own in studio. And I do like, so I do mocap, right? Like motion capture. So like where I play put on the suits, put on certain suits, whatever. And then I do voices as well. And then, but like I did the motion capture before I did the voices. And then the voices happened during the pandemic. Voices in the head during the pandemic. Accurate. And everybody who does like voiceover had to like turn in their houses into like a home studio. So long story short, I have to do things like, okay, now you're on fire. Now you just got shot 20 times. Do. And then I have to like tell so they'll give me like actions that I have to do. And I had to like buy special microphones and like learn special techniques because it's like, okay, now you're on fire. So because you're on fire, I have to have a whatever. I have to stand far away from the mic and figure out my levels and like all this crazy stuff. And I've done a couple of those, but there's a character that I have that I'm dying to find out who she is. Her name is Athena. And she's the gang leader of a Mayan gang.
Sounds like Grand Theft Auto.
That is Grand Theft Auto.
What I'm going to say.
Grand Theft Auto.
Is
Feels
it?
like one of the.
Because I have to sign like non-disclosure agreements, so I never know. And then I'm not in the video game world, and then I'm like trying to Google it, but I have no idea what the fuck I'm Googling.
Yeah, that's why your voice is familiar. Yeah. You're
So,
probably like that.
so basically, we're gonna have you back on the show to look back at your relationship with the people that you work with, live with. Because if you're yelling and doing all this other stuff in the crib, that's crazy.
No, I have to to warn my roommates. I have to be like,
If I yell fire, that doesn't mean like it's a fire. You know?
Actually, when I recorded those, I was living alone, which was fine. But my neighbors probably were concerned. But I do often have to be like, I'm just gonna be, just saying some gang stuff, just shanking some people in my room for a little bit. Nothing is happening.
Gaming affects everybody. Now that you get jobs, you probably dating somebody that just want to play games. Like that ever happens to you? Like somebody like you know somebody that just like still deep in their video games. Like they could be that like 35, 30. Like, I know numerous people like that.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like dating women that game because I know they're home.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's like there's like because you have like you make friendships and you're like connected, and so it's like I know it's not. I don't mean to downplay gamers or to shame them because there's like a whole underworld. You guys connect online and you make friendships and
it's a thing. I got really into Animal Crossing during the pandemic with my island and shit. I was on like Reddit boards on how to collect all the bells, and it was a thing. On Thursday you had to wait to go to the store, and I got hooked because I couldn't go outside. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, I do think that PlayStation and what you're saying, like video games kind of in general, is a very interesting topic because there's a lot of things. Even if we delve into that, we can look back on, right? Like there's different crazes for that shit, like the Call of Duty shit. I remember standing online for a video game, never again. But then there was like the Pokemon Go craze. Like there was a lot of things that came with this video game stuff. But let me give you a little backstory on PlayStation.
Go ahead.
So PlayStation came out December 3rd, 1994. So it was kind of one of the pioneers, like the first console that set up that around the holiday thing, which really fucked a lot of people up. In its lifetime, it sold over 100 million units. You know what I mean? So I think that's something to talk about. And when it came out,
can I give you
it was $300.
Can I give you a little personal about that? Like a fun fact? You know what I'm saying? Like Nintendo hired Sony to make them a DVD, like a disc-based video game console, and then they kind of, I think they passed on or something like that.
They backed out, didn't pay them. Sony had already developed it, so they was like, "Fuck it, let's put it out ourselves." And Nintendo didn't get into the disc-based thing until
GameCube.
Which sucked.
GameCube
was cool.
Nah, you're bugging.
There was games.
Nah, you're bugging. This is a whole other episode. Hey, catch us. Hey, everyone. Catch us on our Patreon when we go into a whole look back at it about video games and their impact on society. But with that said, I think we're good to take a break. We need to take a word from our sponsors, and at the same time, get into some crazy shenanigans, you guys. We'll be right back. All right, guys, and wait, I don't even have my mic. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Look Back at It. We had to pay some bills and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Gotta
we
pay bills. Gotta pay the bills.
We got to, so we could get some more of these toy crazes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The next upcoming toy crazes. But we're gonna do a nice little speed round. And you guys have some honorable mentions. Carmen, Kristen, yeah?
Yes.
Is this right?
Yep.
All right. So Kristen, why don't you lead us off? What's your first honorable mention that you have?
The Tamagotchi.
The Tamagotchi. The cause of teen pregnancy across America. Wow.
Okay, I see your Tamagotchi with a Teletubby.
So the Tamagotchi versus the Teletubby.
I do love a Tamagotchi more than a
Wait,
Teletubby.
what was the Teletubby toy?
The
The one
Teletubby
with
dissolved.
the stomach and it like lit up.
I had the green one.
Yeah. Oh.
Holy shit! Did you have to raise that one too, like a Tamagotchi? Did you have to
No,
like?
no, it was like a Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah.
It laughed.
No, it like
Made,
it's like
weird
stomach.
little
Yeah,
gestures
it's
and-
like
The stomach jiggle.
its head went around. Yeah.
you had one too.
Yes, I had the purple one.
You did.
Yeah.
When you're bonding over Teletubbies, okay. I was a little bit too old to play with Teletubbies.
We probably were too, but they were just so,
I love the honesty. But the Tamagotchi, look, hold on. So you talked about the Teletubbies, the Tamagotchi.
Yes, Tamagotchi was so popular at my school that they banned it, and we had to wait till we went outside at recess
got
to play
canceled?
with it because we would be in class trying to feed our Tamagotchis, and because it would make the little beep beep because the Tamagotchi was crying and you had to feed it, and it would like hatch like an egg, and then if you didn't feed it, then it would die and you'd have to reset it. So literally all the time I'd be like looking for taking out the backs of my earrings, always resetting it because I'd forget to feed this thing, and like I only had like one or two, but I had friends that would have like 8 and like have like a whole like key ring.
So they had like 8 Tamagotchis. How much kids they got now? Those same
They
friends.
definitely are moms.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. They are
But wait,
moms.
you
Yes.
saying like you reset it like you cheated a little bit, like you know what I mean?
You
Like
know,
it was kinda
when
like
you said that, wow, you have
that's
a
so
better
ill.
memory than me. You're absolutely right. I don't think I would use the back of my earring. For me, it was a pencil. Do you guys know what reset she's talking about? It's like what you do on your router now.
Yes.
That is hilarious. It's like the Tamagotchi set us up to know how to reroute our routers.
Yeah.
I just unplug everything in my routers.
No, there's a certain thing that you must press.
Yeah.
Oh, just like the
That
Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little thing. Man. It's just like you can't reach it.
Yep,
It's kind of like
use a
the
little-
SIM card on your
Yeah.
phone type of thing. Like you
Yep.
just gotta hit like
You
the
gotta
little
feed
button.
your router.
That's wild
But it
that you
just
said that.
resets
It was the back of your earring for you. For me, I remember it was like a pencil.
No.
That's wild.
Yeah, now the Tamagotchis was wild though. I'm not gonna hold you. I think the Tamagotchi is the reason why I'm 30 without kids, because I just knew how much.
You're still
kids,
raising that child.
Yeah, I just knew how much
You
kids
keep
would
resetting.
interrupt my day. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta feed, I gotta change you. Like now you gotta go for a walk. Like this is a lot going on, and you're digital. You know what I'm saying? So imagine like a real thing.
Yep.
You've made an excellent choice then.
Thanks. I feel like if they would have kept that in school and put it into like sex ed instead of that egg,
Home ec.
that it would have had a whole new demographic.
With no reset button.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when Tamagotchis came out with the app,
I never knew that. When
you
was
could get a
that?
Tamagotchi app. It's
New. They just
So
like
the
came
little
back.
kids now, is that what they're doing?
They're not. No,
They're
they're
taking care of real kids.
No,
Yeah.
no, but I'm saying like little, like kids that have their little iPads and watch Roblox and stuff.
No,
so
they're not doing that.
No?
They're
Okay.
doing Roblox and they're
Yeah,
doing
they're doing Roblox
Okay.
and they're doing
Animal
Fortnite.
Crossing. Animal
Yep.
Crossing.
You know what's wild that I was thinking the same thing that you was thinking. I was just like, somebody must have thought like, yo, you know this thing that they have in school that you have to take care of this egg. You know what I mean? Like, let's say if we make it digital and make it make sounds, maybe, you know what I mean? It'll entrap kids. Like, you know
Nah,
what I mean?
because these kids are ignoring the Tamagotchi app for TikTok. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? But what I think is interesting is that you could have gave your Tamagotchi a Teletubbies doll because you were raising a kid anyway. So I feel like both of those toys are integrated into...
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go with a yes.
I'm pretty
Totes.
sure any
Same
kid
generation.
or 90s who wasn't playing with toys in the 2000s, any kid that didn't take care of a Tamagotchi.
Can you imagine a child this day finding joy through these toys?
Well, now there's iPads. All kids with
Yeah.
iPads and YouTube.
Yo,
That's
the
it.
screen, bro.
That's
That's
their
it.
toy.
They be like, boom.
Yeah, I never imagined a society where kids go on YouTube, TV to watch other kids play.
Well, isn't it?
I know it is fucking wild. My nieces and nephews do the same thing. These
What do they
YouTubers,
watch them play?
literally, it's
Anything.
Yeah.
like you talk about it because you have a child. You
They watch
and they have whole brands. Who's that little Asian boy? But it's true. This little boy and his whole family, they make tons of money just doing unboxings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out his name. This is why I kept my phone. Google man.
Gotcha.
He's got a whole line of clothing now and a whole character, and their family just unboxes toys. You know who is it?
Chang?
You see, but like unboxing.
Is that racist?
It's racist.
Because his name is Ryan. Okay.
You figured it out. What's his name?
His name is Ryan. He's 9 million. He's 9 years old and makes over 200 million.
You see, but like unboxing, I understand because it's unboxing. But like watching somebody else just play, like not even having your face in the on the side, just watching the whole play thing.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm like,
it's the same thing like Lulo's video game thing, right? Okay. We all used to be at our homeboy's house, the one that was nastiest on like Marvel vs. Capcom, and watch him play, right? So now, if you have access to all the nastiest players, guys doing speed runs, guys who know how to get all the coins in Mario, whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? You want to see that because it's like, you were bored enough to do it. I wasn't. But let me watch it for a good 2 hours.
Can I say, my pops used to sit down and watch my brother play Shamu or Shamu or whatever that game was. He would just sit there for like 4 hours.
It's a whale.
It was for Dreamcast. It was.
Can I make a confession?
Shamu, hold on. We gotta figure out what Shamu is.
What's the Shamu game?
Shamu. It was like a kung fu like video game for Dreamcast, and my pops would sit there for like hours, watch that shit like it was a novella because my pops would love novellas, and he would watch that. My brother would play, and he just because it was like you just living a regular life. Shamu. Yeah, I'm terrible.
Show us a photo.
Shamu, I believe, is an old wooden ship.
Or Shamu is like the whale.
It's not Dragon. That's a specific
because that's like that Zelda stuff, Final Fantasy, Resident Evil. Like people really love these long form games, and then they start being more cinematic. That's going into a tangent.
But here's another tangent. So my grandmother, 95 years old, dementia, at this point pretty much wheelchair bound. So she watches a lot of TV, and we love spending time with her. And so we watched a lot of TV with her, but she's also deaf. So, and she refuses to use her hearing aids, and then we can't, it's a whole thing. But there's certain things that she likes to watch, and there's something that we found on YouTube. And it's digging up treasure.
What is podcast to
and we're all addicted to it.
But you
know how you're talking about
treasure?
Yes.
You mean like in that whole like the island, whatever?
Look, just on YouTube, go like digging up treasure. You know how you were talking about like video games and watching people do things, and we were saying, how do you get joy out of watching an unboxing? How do you How do you get joy out of watching someone else play? So this old 95-year-old woman is finding a lot of joy out of people. You see people. First you see him with the metal detectors, and then you see him dig it up, and then they do like dig up treasures.
Wow.
And so one of the things that she likes to watch on YouTube at 95 is people find treasure and dig it up.
Wow.
That's kind of
That is cool.
Yeah, that is.
That's kind of
I don't know.
Shout out to anybody that's living in 95. One right there. You
Thank you.
95.
God bless. Yes.
Yeah, when you watch other people do things and get pleasure, maybe you just, it just does something to you.
As humans, we like to watch people that are good at doing something, do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Positive.
So it's the same thing. Like one of the biggest games that I like is a Power Wash Simulator, and you can do that in real life. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of those simulation things are pretty big. But
Power wash,
like a car.
Yeah, like those high pressure.
Yes.
So
I dream about cleaning things with a power washer all the time, but I don't have one.
Those most satisfying videos when like they're power washing the side of a house.
You mean like popping pimples and stuff?
Yeah. So there's a game for. I don't know if there's a pimple popping game. I'm sure it's coming, but there's a Power Wash Simulator, which is kind of the same as a Tamagotchi. Like you're raising a kid, you could just watch a 16-year-old mom or teen mom, whatever the name is. And it's the same thing as having a Tamagotchi, just watching somebody else play because they now have to raise this thing.
Okay, so hold on. Didn't Roblox take that? Because I'm pretty sure I never played Roblox per se.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Yeah, my nephew and all these kids play, and they gotta continue being on it. Ain't Roblox like a Tamagotchi now?
Yes, it is. I see little.
Like?
Yes, I live around the corner from a elementary school. All the kids have Roblox backpacks and lunch boxes. It's a thing. I even have little kids in my building, and they talk to me about the Roblox all the time.
Is it
They're
like
just
Minecraft?
like moving boxes. It is like Minecraft.
Yeah.
But what are they even doing in Minecraft?
They're building shit.
Minecraft's crazy.
yeah.
Like there's people that like I've seen someone build like, you know, the Taj Mahal or like rebuild
my
something.
brother
and it'd
got
be
back just with
crazy.
his friend group,
That'd
just
be
got
insane.
back into Minecraft, and they're in their 20s, and they've been playing it on the side and getting really into it.
It's like Legos but digital.
Yeah.
But I thought
But
Roblox
you
was
have to
like
feed them.
like you could
Think of it this way: it's like The Sims and Legos had a baby. Right?
Copy. That totally translates. That's a good.
Makes sense.
You gotta feed
that
them. There's
Roblox
daytime,
or-
nighttime. They get tired, but they have to like find things to build, whatever they're built. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of digging and stuff like that. It's wild.
Because then Fortnite is like you actually building stuff and then fighting at the same time.
Yeah.
right?
So
like,
all of these same thing. We like watching people.
What,
be-
they fight in Fortnite? I thought Fortnite was about dancing.
Nah.
they
Sometimes
dance
they
after
have
they-
the dance
after
thing.
doing like
You
you
sing
know,
with somebody, you dance.
yeah.
Really?
But you could build stuff too in it,
could have
right?
both. Yeah, you could.
You could build shit
Yeah,
and
you
then
build
and
like
then you
shelter,
yeah,
like
yeah.
to block you from other people's stuff, and that's when people watch these games.
That's
they
insane.
like watching how people build, watch how fast they could build their structures. I'm telling you, we as humans, as people, we just like watching people good at stuff. doing
So
what
it makes
they're good
perfect
at.
sense. My grandmother likes to watch people digging up gold.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like the little coins of gold. I swear, like it
Wait,
gets
how old is your
addictive.
grandma again?
Wow.
Was she around
95.
for the gold rush? Is this like more like a nostalgia thing for her?
No, bro, but she was around for the first Spanish flu. Survived that.
Oh, so she was
Survived COVID 3 times.
She was around for the Spanish flu. She was around for 1949 for the gold rush. You dig what I'm saying? So maybe just
But
it
the
just
gold
reminded her of
rush
younger
in
days.
Guatemala
that
meant
wasn't
what?
the gold rush,
Meant
No, she's Latina, so us Latinos, we love gold.
you had to be in California.
sure.
We had the gold in our land.
It was the spirit of the Mayans and the Incans.
Yeah.
It's our ancestors are trying to watch us.
Of course. Listen, man. Listen, it's been a pleasure. You know, yapping with you two ladies. You know,
Yeah.
But let's say it right at the end too.
Yeah.
Kristen.
So-
Do you go by Chris?
Yeah, Chrissy Gone is my
Kristen.
stage name. Yeah.
Kristen, you want to let the people out there know like your social handles, where they could find you, things like this?
Yeah, Chrissy Gone on everything, and my YouTube channel is K Gani. I'm doing content of the sorts all the time, so you can find me there.
I was doing some dancing and stuff. I'm loving the dancing. She brings the family into the show.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of dope content over there. Carmen, you want to let the people know out there your social handles, where they can find you?
If you insist on finding me, you can find me at Miss Carmen Mendoza.
Ooh,
MS.
You got to
Carmen
roll the R's
Mendoza.
when you find it.
You know, it's a soft R. Carmen.
Carmen.
Suavecito.
Carmen.
And Mars Gemini, let the people know what's up with you, man.
Hey, you already know. You can find me at Jesus the Bodega Cat. Even though I'm Mars Gemini, but like Jesus with the Z in the middle. I'm terrible at this shouting myself out, but I love all y'all. You could check us at Board in the Bodega or like Culture Approved or any of those things. You know what I'm saying? We here. You know what I mean? Or
Very nice.
in real
Louie,
life,
baby, let
too.
the people know where they can find you at, my boy.
Did you?
what?
It's the voice.
What's the voice?
Let me know. Let the people know where they can find you at.
My name's Lugo. You can find me at Louie Baby. I'm all over the internet arguing with people. Coaches approved, Board and Bodega, and most importantly, the Look Back at It podcast.
Very nice. And I've been your producer, the guy in the back hanging out. Frsk Purple, you can find me on all the social medias at Frsk Purple. You can find me on Reddit and at Pornhub at Frsk Purple. I'm probably saved in your mom's phone as unknown caller. So until the next time that we look back at it, I want you guys to look forward to seeing us again.